presentation of colors by the NJROTC Cadet Color Guard. I ask that you please remain standing after the presentation of colors for the singing of our national anthem. This will be performed by the MCHS Band with Samuel Johnson.
Right, left. Color guard, up. There. Face. Reset. Colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, rolled through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Right. Face. Forward. March. Hip. 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 Right. 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 Left.
Class of 2019 graduates, you may be seated. Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. My name is Brittany Henderson, and I stand before you as the senior class president of one of the best classes to ever grace the halls of MCHS. The beautiful, the wonderful, the talented, the best, period. Class of 2019. Man, we really made it here, y'all. It's finally May 16th, the day all of us have been waiting impatiently on since freshman year. Before I got to MCHS in 9th grade, I was so nervous to be so excited to be up here with the big dogs. I still remember freshman year, what it was like, and even what I had on the first day of school, what my whole day consisted of. Y'all remember we were flooded in 9th grade and we were walking through water almost waist deep just to get to our buses and cars? Or in junior year while we were testing and the website shut down because everybody in Tennessee was online at the same time and we were so happy because they canceled testing for the rest of the day? I heard from many people, enjoy your high school years. Don't rush them. They go by in the blink of an eye. When you snap your fingers, you'll be in your graduation cap and gown crossing the stage. I should have taken that advice a little more seriously. I also should have believed them when they said Mr. Taylor can unlock the door, come in the classroom, snatch your phone, and be gone before you even realize what just happened. Many times throughout our high school careers, I'm sure we were all tried in many ways and wanted to give up. But Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. Remember that if you just trust in him, you'll be all right. If you're ever unsure about anything in life, wherever or whenever, just trust in him with all your heart, and he'll take you where you need to go. Lastly, remember as we embark on new journeys, no matter what we do or how life unfolds, we're always and forever bleed black and gold. Thank you again, and welcome to the 2019 graduation ceremony.
On behalf of the class of 2019, I would like to express a debt of gratitude for the amount of time and effort that has gone into tonight's event. I would like to thank Ms. Farmer, Mr. Adams, Mr. Hawkins, Mr. Ballou, Mr. Moody, Mr. Tommy Clifton, Mr. Calvin, Ms. Woodring, Ms. Thomas, all of our senior sponsors, MCHS teachers, and members of the 2018-19 student government. Class of 2019, please give these individuals a round of applause. At this time, I would also like to acknowledge some of our special guests here tonight. Special guests, if you would please rise when I call your name and remain standing until I have called all names. First, I want to acknowledge our Millington Municipal School Board members, Ms. C.J. Haley, Ms. Barbara Halliburton, Mr. Cody Childress, Bishop Roger Christopher, Mr. Mark Coulter, Mr. Larry Jackson. Also want to acknowledge City and Navy representatives, Millington Mayor, Mr. Terry Jones, City of Millington Alderman, Mr. Larry Dagan and Mr. Thomas McGee. Also want to acknowledge our Navy School Liaison Officer, Ms. Jennifer Lundy. Last but certainly not least, I want to acknowledge our feeder school administrators, Millington Middle School Principal, Ms. Selena Sparkman, Millington Middle School Assistant Principals, Dr. Robert Gordon and Mr. Brandon Pointer. I also want to acknowledge three that's hiding on the fence that didn't RSVP and let me know they were coming. Miss Debbie Welch, Miss Kathy Wilson, Principal of Millington Elementary, Dr. Jerry Jackson. On behalf of the class of 2019, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for the support and the countless hours of servitude that you provide to our young people. Class of 2019, please give these individuals a round of applause. You may be seated.
At this time, I am pleased to introduce Dean Crush, salutatorian for the class of 2019. Dean is the son of Diane and Mark Houston and the late Howard Crush. Dean has excelled academically as he earned a composite score of 30 on the ACT. He challenged himself each year and has passed advanced placement exams, dual credit classes, earning 18 hours of college credit, with more to come when this year's exams come in. He has a cumulative GPA of 4.3182. Dean was involved in varsity athletics starting his freshman year and showed the utmost of sportsmanship and respect on the field. Dean was one of the founders of the Millington Central High School debate team. They've been competing for 2 years, and he helped the team earn 4th place in the Memphis Urban Area Championship. Please welcome Mr. Dean Crush.
Wow, May 2019 is finally here, the end of 12 years of schooling for all of us. It's crazy. I just moved to the Navy base in Millington way back in 2014. I've accomplished a lot over my 4 years here at Millington Central High School. I played 4 years of varsity sports, participated in the championship winning debate team, and earned the title salutatorian. There sure was never a dull moment during the 5 years I lived here in Millington. Looking back, it's hard to believe I've even been here this long. Time's flown by. 4 years seems like a long time, but I know that the years spent here will only be a fraction of the story I will write. And yet this time in high school, surrounded by my true friends and incredibly dedicated teachers, will never be forgotten. This place will forever have a part of my soul. Still, standing here, I realize it's time to move on, time to turn the page, time for everyone in the class of 2019 to begin writing a new chapter. I've changed a lot since I started high school, and there's been a lot of memorable and impactful moments in that building right over there. But there was one moment in particular I think that really symbolizes the time spent here for all of us. It was in August of 2018 and the start of my first semester of dual enrollment English. While there was a multitude of assignments in this class, the one that really affected me the most wasn't a college paper or literature analysis. It was a simple assignment on the surface. It was called You in a Bag. As Catherine Watkins stated, you just choose 3 items that best symbolize you and what you're about. I think I learned more doing this assignment than anything else I did my entire senior year. I learned about myself, what drives me, and what I want out of life. I chose a Pokemon card for my inner child. I hope to never lose my confidence to stay playful when everyone tells me to grow up. I chose a ghost stone, a piece from a really weird, unknown, and challenging Chinese board game. It's a game that few take time to learn or appreciate, but one that is also one of the most rewarding I've ever played. It mimics life in a way, because life can be weird, unknown, challenging, slow, or fast-moving, but it's truly rewarding when you first really live. I felt that was me because as fast as things have changed here, I still have room to learn about myself as I grow and mature. Lastly, I chose a quarter. This was to show that I'm a complex being with more than one side. Many students hearing this may have thought of me as a loud, weird, naive, hyper person, but I think I've proven that there's more to me than meets the eye. The reaction of underclassmen when I told them I was salutatorian was priceless. I'll never forget their response. Hold up, the homeless-looking weirdo who runs around the hallway? You're a salutatorian? Oh my! So why does this assignment represent the class of 2019? The first is simple. Picking 3 items allows you to focus on 3 positive values that can help you guide where you were lost. It also gave students a chance to examine themselves. This assignment allowed us to look at who we are. It proves nobody knows you like you know yourself. It lets one define themselves the way they want to be defined. And that's important in a world that expects individuals to conform to certain expectations. But in an effort to go one step farther, I want to say being here today and getting your diploma is the You in a Bag assignment. Getting a diploma is an important achievement, but it does not stop there. All of us here will get a diploma. However, not all of us got the same thing from the time we spent here. But that just means we each have something distinct to offer the world that awaits us. I've learned that effort is the one thing a person can completely control, and that may be the greatest thing I've learned in my time spent here. But the Me in a Bag assignment shows how the world works in another important way. When the students in my class presented their projects, there were of course many different things. Different items, different views, different people, different values. We're all very different. I thought long and hard about this, what the speech would be about after learning of my class rank in March. I knew there was no way for me to represent this class. I'm just one part of a large number of people. We're all individuals, we all have different skills, and we all have experienced MCHS in an entirely unique way. There's no way for me to stand here and say that I'm the showpiece of this school. After all, GPA is just a number. There's no way to measure how much a person works or how much they learn. But having that high GPA doesn't make me any better or any worse than any other graduate sitting out in front of me. We all have different abilities and skills. I'm sure many of the students here will go on to accomplish something great. There is one fact I'm certain of. We will do many different things. The class is so diverse and driven, success is inevitable. And wherever each of us goes, and whatever gets done, there's one thing connecting all of us forever. We are the graduating class for 2019 of Millington Central High School. In closing, I just want to remind everyone listening to let your loved ones know how much you care. Me and my brother lost our father in December. I saw him over fall break, and 3 months later, he was gone. I urge you all to never forget just how precious the loved ones you are close to are. Class of 2019 students, hug your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles that came here to witness this special event, because there's someone I would give anything to have here. I love you, Mom, Mark, Dad, Rocky, class of Millington. Thank you for the 4 years here, and good luck, class of 2019.
Good evening. Rockwell Koresh is the proud son of Mark and Diane Houston and the late Howard Koresh. Rockwell has a twin brother, Dean Koresh. He went to Washington Elementary School, Marshall Middle, Millington Middle, and Stillman Valley Junior High School. His goal in life is to be an officer in the United States Navy. Throughout high school, he's taken honors and AP classes, such as honors geometry, honors English 9, AP US History, AP Human Geography, AP English Language Composition, AP Calculus, AP US Government, AP Macroeconomics. And he's already earned 3 college AP credits. His extracurricular activities include NJROTC, drill team and color guard, the College Bowl, where he serves as a captain, and Model UN, where he served as a chairman. His cumulative GPA is 4.3616. 4.3661. Rockwell will be attending the University of Memphis this fall on a full-paid NROTC scholarship. I would like to introduce to you, to the class of 2019, the valedictorian, Rockwell Koresh.
So I think it's good to start tonight off with the first. So I think I'm going to talk about my first day here. So the first day here, it started off pretty simple. I just went to classes. But then I left the main building, took a walk down this road, and walked into a rickety little structure all the way over there. When I walked in, there were 3 men, varying height and varying baldness, glaring at us from across the room. I didn't know who they were, but it looked like they hated us. We walked in, and the student took charge, lined us up against the back wall, and took roll. They sat us down, and the shortest one, and the baldest, stood up and looked at us and said, "I'm not here to be your friend. Lieutenant Commander Robert Galloway may not have become my friend, but he's the largest inspiration in my life." I haven't been able to do this alone. Incredible teachers and staff taught me about life, adulthood, and the world. I'd like to thank Commander, Captain, Senior Chief, Master Chief, and a Chief, alongside my other teachers such as Dr. Beards, Mr. Bryan, Miss Moore, Dr. Smith, Miss Watkins, and many more. Oh God. Many students in Millington Central High School will recognize the phrase, "If you're not good looking, you better be looking good." This was repeated to oblivion by the same bald man who said he wasn't going to be our friend. I believe that that's an important thing to think about. It carries many implications. It sounds good, but it has a far greater meaning. Many people have natural talents. However, it is the effort and the time that a person puts in that truly makes the difference. In terms of metaphor, a person who is good looking has the ability, but may not be perceived as having the drive. However, a person who is looking good strives to do their best, regardless of what cards they have been dealt. I encourage everyone, whether they feel that they're good looking or not, to be looking good. Commander taught me a lot about growing up and how to act as a productive member of society. However, what he said in passing and his actions taught me as much as when he sat me down and truly talked to me. At Millington Central High School, we've all been given the opportunity to be looking good, even though some, like me, aren't good looking. We've been given incredible opportunities in Millington, and I hope we all make the most of these opportunities. Whether you use one of our advanced classes to get ahead on college, our CTE courses to get a jump on work life, or the JROTC program to set a foundation for a military career, we have been given many tools to succeed. We also have an incredible staff in our institution. We have multiple doctors and a sailor who retired as one of the 16 Force Master Chiefs in the entire United States Navy. We have been given the ability to learn so much, and we can take that knowledge forward to college, the workforce, or the military. It is extremely important that we make the most of what we've been given. My advice for the class of 2019 is, keep the energy up in college, in the military, or in the workforce. You've done a lot of work in the high school to get to this point, but keep that energy up, and we're going to blast through to the path that awaits our lives. We've all done well to get here, but there's still more to come. On those 3 men that were glaring at us, that hated us, I'm glad to say that there are 2 of them here. One is no longer with us. No, he's not dead. He moved to Las Vegas. But I would again like to thank them and all of my teachers. Thank you, class of 2019.
Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to share this moment with you by highlighting some of the many accolades that have been achieved by the class of 2019. I would first like to call your attention to those students who are receiving local and state honors. Students who are receiving the Millington Municipal Schools Honors Diploma have earned 12 honors, AP, or dual enrollment credits during their tenure in high school. Students who are graduating with state honors have achieved the college readiness benchmark on all 4 subjects of the ACT. And students who are graduating with state distinction have participated in one of Tennessee's all-state musical organizations, attained an ACT composite score of 31 or higher, or have already earned 12 or more hours of college credit. If you have achieved one of these outstanding honors, please stand. Trojans are known for how they show compassion towards others, and I would like to recognize those who have made service an integral part of their lives. These students have not only maintained excellent grades and excelled in sports and other extracurricular activities, they've also devoted over 80 hours of volunteer service to our school and to the local community during their time in MCHS. Would these young ladies please stand? Next, I would like to recognize our scholarship recipients. In addition to the Hope Scholarship, the class of 2019 has received a myriad of scholarship offers from a host of institutions and organizations throughout the country for their achievements in the classroom, their work in the community, and their excellence in sports. If you have been awarded the Hope Scholarship and any other academic or athletic scholarship, please stand. We are very proud of the accomplishments of this esteemed group of students, what they have already done, and we applaud them for their financial offers they have received. To date, the total amount of scholarships that have been garnered by the class of 2019 is $5,080,156. Before I take my seat, I would also like to acknowledge a very special group of students, those who have made the noble decision to serve our country after high school. Please stand that we can give honor to those of you who are pursuing a career in the military. Class of 2019, I'm grateful for our time together, and I commend you on a job well done.
Javion Dumas. Emily Fail. Decorion Fields. Hayden Flanagan. Samuel Flores Carrillo. Gabrielle Force. Robert Force. Ryan Foster. Zanaya Gaither. Tabitha Galloway. Ryan Garcia. Nathan Garner. Jennifer Fitz. Darnisha Gatewood. Roland George. Jonathan Granberry. Granberry. Jalen Paul. Mercedes Paul. Joshua Harris. Rodriguez Harvey. Kevin Helms. Shelby Henderson. Christina Hernandez. China Hernandez Moss. Yasmin Hernandez. Jennifer Hernandez. Daisy Herrera. Landon Hodge. Isabel Hokinson. Elin Holmes Marsh. Alicia Wakefield. Caitlin Hopkins. Charlisa Hudson. Travis Humphrey. Brian Hunter. Hector Irizarry. Haley Ivy. Harley Ivy. Kiara Jackson. Artimo Inez. Jalen James. Nikiah Jarvis. Roger Jenkins. Caleb Johnson. Jay Spencer Johnson. Rebecca Johnson. Rashonda Johnson. Jamario Jones. Jalen Jones. Colby Jones. Harley Hall. Ravon Jones. Kiera Kemp. Jacob Kilpatrick. William Klutz. Harrison Coots. Ethan Frost. Daylon Lewis. Kyle Lindley. Kayla Littlejohn. Samuel Long. Eduardo Lopez. Bobby Macklin. Edward Macklin. Caleb Macklin. Kaya Maldonado. Miguel Maldonado. Zebul Marvin. Jonathan Mason. Maurice Wooten Jr. Jonathan Maddox. Rodney McGee. Jalen McKnight. Arthur Metcalf. Zachary Tyler Midkiff. Brianna Moore. Rafat Morshid. Shakaya Mosley. Jeremy Moss. Melvin Neal. Malik Nettles. Matthew Knowles. Christian Parker. Ariel Partee. Celicia Patterson. Taylor Payne. Terica Payne. Cody Poindexter. Kiera Pryor. William Quillen. Chloe Raymond. Luis Rayo. Savannah Reese. Wayne Robertson. Bobby Rose. Paige Russell. Austin Rutberg. Seth Sajan. Jacob Sanders. Vanessa Salupo. Aaron Saden. Jesus Self Gomez. Patrick Sheenan. Zachariah Shepard. Corey Smith. Danielle Smith. Hunter Smith. Gervonta Smith. Jonathan Smith. Caitlin Smith. Tyler Smith. Deja Spencer. Amber Stevens. Caleb Stevens. Marika Talley. Brianna Taylor.
Thomas Brock. Caitlin Tidwell. Megan Todd. Jonathan Torres. Michaela Verts. Miranda Crandall. Taylor Allen. Sarah Cook. Diana Blackshire. Alyssa Ayers. Annalyn Aramula. Carly Walker. Kayla Warner. Kylie Warren. Kaylee Warren. Bailey White. Jordan White. Markel Williams. Shelby Wyndham. Chase Wolf. Amber Woodard. Stacy Hall. Luis Gonzalez. Reagan Walker. Trishana Thomas. Nina Parker. Courtney Porter. Hannah Oglesby. Kaylee Hubbard. Alexandria Goodman. Brittany Henderson. Kenneth Worthington. Tyshawn Peoples. Samuel Johnson.
Well, here we are. All of you, class of 2019, have arrived at this glorious day by many different paths. The work's been hard, yeah? The road to success, unfortunately, was never promised, was it? With this in mind, It's my sincere hope that MCHS has prepared you for a life of ceaseless change, generous service, and moral courage. As you march off today to lives of imagination, service, and discovery, I want you each to take this time and remember all of those who have helped you get here to this day. Class of 2019, if you will, take a moment. I want you to look around you. Of seeing you succeed. In going forward, I ask that you never forget your parents, your guardians, your mentors, your teachers, your administrators, and last but certainly not least, your classmates. Whether it be others, obstacles, or occurrences in your life after here, I ask you to embrace the virtues that your parents, guardians, mentors, teachers, and administrators have bestowed upon you. You will face challenges. When you face these challenges, I ask that you call upon the knowledge that each of these people have conferred to you. It will truly serve each of you well in moments of self-doubt. Class of 2019, for one brief moment, I ask that you remember your classmates and the times that you shared. Remember the 3 R's. I want you to reflect on the good times and the bad. I want you to remember those victories and those losses. And last, but certainly not least, I want you to relish in every single accomplishment that you've ever achieved. Whether you realize it or not, when I started Division of 1 in that school over there 5 years ago, it was done in part to unify groups just like you and signify to all that you, the class of 2019, are truly one group of awesome individuals. While your faculty, staff, administrative team never touted that message of one to each of you made a conscientious decision to assume it upon your own. You assumed that mantra daily, made it a living, breathing element of our school. For that, I want to say thank you for raising the bar and for providing an example for our underclassmen to follow. If you would allow me this chance, I'd like to offer the following reminder to each of you today. Despite the different courses or paths that each one of you choose, despite what you encounter along your journey to get to this day, each of you will leave here today forever connected in spirit, that spirit of one. I ask you to make a promise to yourselves that you will never forget this day of celebration and recognition, because as I told you earlier before we got out here, this is the last official day you will all be one together. In close, it has been my distinguished privilege to be a part of your journey. I can assure you one thing, I have learned as much from each of you as you ever learned from me. Today is the beginning of a new journey for each one of you. And the reality of the world that we have all worked so hard to prepare you for, it's waiting for you just outside those gates. While this is the closing of one chapter, class of 2019, another chapter is getting ready to open up. Therefore, please know that the work's just beginning. When moments of doubt enter your mind, question your ability, or suggest that you compromise your integrity for 1 minute, I offer the following advice. You stay strong. Matter of fact, you stay Trojan strong. You stay motivated. And last but certainly not least, you fight the good fight. Because each of you have had the training to do so. We will miss each of you dearly, and know that each of you have impacted our lives forever. Over the past few weeks, I've shared a few precious memories and many tears with several of you. I ask that you please remember the community and the school that has helped foster some of your personal and intellectual growth. Lastly, I ask that you never forget the sacrifice of your loved ones for your benefit, and do not ever lose sight of their role in helping you get to this day. With this, graduates, would you please stand? Please move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce to you Millington Central High School's